As you can tell from the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about animal testing. I just fancied having a chat about animal testing because it's something that I, for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years, have been really looking into, and it's something that I feel very strongly about. Before I get into this video, I do want to say this is by no means me telling you what you should think. I completely 100% know that not everybody feels this way, and that's like absolutely fine. Like, I can't tell you how to feel. I know that not everybody agrees, and like, you're perfectly entitled to your own opinion. Of course you are, I don't even need to tell you that. But this is just like my opinions on it. These are some facts that I've like known for a while, and I just thought I'd make a video and share what I think, these facts, and just because some people might be interested in it that don't know about it. I'm not by any means trying to force my opinions on you, and you can buy whatever products you like, of course you can. I don't need to tell you that. So before I even went vegetarian, I stopped using animal tested products just because of the obvious things. Like, everybody knows animal testing happens, and everybody knows that it's not okay, and everyone knows that it's like obviously pretty horrific, and what happens isn't very nice. We all obviously also know that cosmetics and mascara and eyeliner and shampoo and conditioner and all these things, they are a luxury. Of course they're not part of our human rights. They aren't something that we need to survive. Of course, washing yourself and being hygienic, that's something that's very important. But things like makeup and hair products and all these things, they aren't important. Although I absolutely love makeup, and I really enjoy makeup, and I really enjoy playing around with it and stuff, I know I don't need it. And also, there are 1,000,001 brilliant, amazing, cruelty-free products, and they're not like, you know when like something's vegan and like you know it's vegan, like you eat something and you're like, it's still good, I know this is vegan. Cruelty-free products, they're not like that, and I don't mean to like offend anybody by saying that, but they're not like that. They're like proper good makeup, and it's brands that you find in Boots, and it's brands that you find in Debenhams, and I've never ever gone online and found like a crazy like website that like is animal cruelty free or whatever. I always buy my makeup from Boots, Superdrug and Debenhams. Do you know what I mean? I never have to go out of my way when I'm shopping to get cruelty free products. They're always just there. It's just about knowing where to look, knowing which counters don't test on animals, all that kind of stuff. So getting down to it, some of the facts, they're pretty horrific, and if you actually look it up and you actually like properly investigate it, they're really distressing. I know a lot of us like know what happens in these places, but we don't want to know. Like, we don't want to see it, we don't want to like be involved in it. But the thing is, even if you don't look at it, even if you decide that you don't want to see the images and all that kind of stuff, it still happens. And I try my best not to go out of my way to look at rats and mice and cats being abused, but it still happens. Just because I don't want to look, and just because I don't want to see that, it happens. An animal dies in a European lab every 3 seconds. And in the US, over 100 million animals are poisoned, burned and abused every year. They do horrific things to animals. They starve them, they sleep deprive them, they deliberately infect them with diseases, they paralyze them, they mentally torture them, they surgically mutilate them, they gas them, they burn them. These are living things, and these are living things that have feelings and that feel fear. We don't have to choose between human beings and animals in this situation. If I was in a situation where I had to choose, I would choose the human every time, 100%. But we don't have to in this situation. It doesn't call for any stupid questions about who would you choose, blah 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 blah. This is about animals, and this is about them being treated so disgustingly for our selfish benefit. The most baffling thing about animal testing is the results are often misleading, and they can't always be applied to human beings. Something that makes a rat unwell, something that makes a rat okay, that doesn't apply to human beings. Rats and humans are very different species. We all know that. So the results don't actually always matter. They don't always come out the way that we think they will on human beings. So sometimes we're actually poisoning and killing these rats, these cats, these mice for no reason, because the results aren't always applicable to us. There are alternatives. There are alternatives to animal testing. We can still have the pretty makeup that we want to have, we can still have the hair products, all that kind of stuff, because there are other options. We don't have to test on animals. There are other things that we can do to get these products. So, in vitro testing. I'm going to read this out. In this method, human cells are grown that mimic the structure of and function of human organs and organ systems. They have been shown to replicate human physiology, diseases and drug responses more accurately than animal testing. In other words, science and technology is so advanced these days, they can actually mimic organs and human skin cells and all that kind of stuff, and they can actually test these products on things that aren't real, but they mimic very, very closely human skin cells. They're not going to have the exact reaction that would happen on a normal human, on human skin and all that kind of stuff, but you get a lot closer results than you would with animal tested products. I, for one, don't have loads of money, but I know that I would prefer to spend a little bit more on my makeup products and stuff, just so I know that animals weren't harmed. There's also human volunteers. There's plenty of people that would volunteer to have their arms thingy with products and all that kind of stuff. I, for one, if there's any scientists or animal testing people watching, I would very happily become a human volunteer for different products, and I have quite sensitive skin, so it could be quite an accurate representation of us sensitive skin people. Something that I will point out, because I'm sure some people watching would point this out, is that if you buy makeup in the UK, it won't have been tested on animals, because we have a law in the UK that means that companies cannot test on animals and cannot sell it on to us. So any product that you buy in the UK will not have been tested on animals. That is a great thing, but certain companies like MAC, L'Oreal, Rimmel, Maybelline, all these companies, they decide to sell their products in countries that do allow animal testing. So they sell their products in places like China. By selling their products in China, all of their products will be tested on animals before they are sold on to people in China. Therefore, places like MAC, L'Oreal, all these kind of places, they choose to sell their products for money over the animal welfare. And of course, I know a lot of you are saying, well, of course they would, they're a company, they're a business. I just thought I'd point out that fact that, of course, if you buy something in the UK, it won't have been tested on animals, but the company itself has absolutely no problem testing animals. They don't have any moral obligation not to. They 100% are fine with testing on animals. So that's why I don't buy from them, because I feel like if you're willing to actually test your products on animals for money, that is absolutely sick and it's horrible, and I don't want to have any involvement in it. If you're somebody that's thinking that when you walk into MAC or wherever, the products are already there, the lipsticks, the foundations, whatever, they're already there, and if you buy them, it's not as if they're creating more. You are literally buying a product that's already been made, it's already been tested on the animal. The company's already testing on the animals, and it doesn't matter one lipstick, what's it going to make a difference about? And it just goes back to the thing of course it makes a difference. Every single lipstick that you buy from that company, you are giving £15 or whatever to that company. You are therefore saying, in my opinion, it's okay, I know that you test on animals in other countries, but I'm still going to buy this lipstick from you because it's a really great lipstick. I feel like the more people that stand up and the more people that say, I'm going to keep buying elsewhere until you stop testing animals. As soon as you stop testing animals, I will come back and I will be one of your customers and I'll be loyal to you again. But until that day, I'm not going to buy any products from you. If you stop buying products from those companies and then your friends start doing it and then your family starts doing it and their friends and family start doing it, there's going to be more of a boycott on these companies, and the companies are going to start seeing, okay, people are stopping buying from us, we have to stop selling our products in places like China so we can get our customers back. It's going to happen. I know it's like an ideal world, and I know that it might not happen the way I hope it does, but the less people buy from these companies, the less animals that are going to get abused. That's the way I see it. I feel like it is very logical, and that is just the way I see it. Again, I totally understand that not everybody feels that way, and you might have opinions on this that don't agree with mine, and that is absolutely fine. I totally understand that, and it's just like difference of opinion, but that's just the way I feel about it. I really wanted to make this video just for people that you know, want to know a bit more about animal testing, or just like don't really know a lot about it and they just want to find more about it. Obviously, if you're going to leave any comments that are disagreeing or that are agreeing or whatever, make sure they're respectful, because I mean, everybody has a different opinion and that's alright. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!